Yo, good afternoon, everybody. Um, Welcome to our very first of many wealth workshops. Today will be a great day because we're going to talk about how to create and sell high ticket offers, okay? And how to do it consistently. Now, today is going to be a really good day because a lot of you asked the question, how do I and can I make money fast? Right? And it's not necessarily about making money fast, more so than it is learning how to craft an offer that people want. One of the things that I realize in business is people, and I say this all the time, this is something that I say consistently. People don't want your product. They don't want your service. They don't care about your book. They don't care about your course. They do not care about anything of that sort. All they care about is the solution that you can bring them. And if you can bring them that solution quickly, in in their convenience, and in their I don't even want to say their budget because budget don't even matter. Okay. So let me say that one more time so that you can understand what I'm saying to you. People do not care about your book, your course, your product, your service, your anything. People only care that you can help them get the solution to their problem. That's it. So the cycle of business and the cycle of making money is your ability to consistently help people solve big problems. And most of the times people struggle in this area because they're trying to figure out, okay, how do I make the best thing or the best? Yes, it should be the best, but it should be the best in the context of how it can solve other people's issues. Okay, I hope I'm making sense to you. So today we're going to talk about how to create and sell high ticket offers. Now you may be asking me, well, Jaquan, what does it mean to have a high ticket offer? What is a high ticket offer? So a high ticket offer is something that costs a lot. All right. It costs a lot to them. And I don't even like to use the word cost in the context of selling because in the brain of somebody, if they think it costs them something, they're automatically going to turn off from it. However, I use now the terminology investment. So when I'm creating offers or I'm creating proposals or anything like that, I'm now saying this is your investment because I want you to know that this is not me doing all the work, even if it's a done for you product or service or solution. Um, this is a joint effort. Okay. If I am talking to you and I'm selling you something, when I tell you what the offer is, at the end of it, I'm going to say your investment is this because it's your investment that is ultimately the most important part of this. Because if you don't partner with me in making this solution easy for you, then the solution, even if it's done for you, it won't come to pass. Let me give you an example. So I have a done for you service, right? And in my done for you service, the requirement of the person is they have to submit documentation every month. That's their only responsibility. Everything else is completely done for them. So that is done for you, but in the same breath, they still have to walk with me through the process. Otherwise, it just won't work. All right. So today I'm going to talk to you about how to create and sell high ticket offers so that you can know how to generate money fast. I want you to type in the comments, money is supposed to come to you fast. It's supposed to find you fast. Money is supposed to be attracted to you fast. Why? Because your bills ain't slow. I want if I was at church, I would say I wish I had some help in here. But I want you to understand this, and this is how I think of money now. If my bills are faster than my income generation, then I'm in a problem. If I have more bills than money, that means that my ability to generate income is not sufficient. Okay? You need to make money fast because your bills aren't slow. You got bills coming out on the 1st, the 15th, the 30th, the 23rd, the 29th, the 26th. You got a credit card bill here. Your gas is due. Your rent is due. You have all these different bills. And people would tell you that you should not make money fast because it's a get rich quick scheme. Well, I want that. Because a scheme, the word scheme is nothing but strategy. So if you're somebody that says, I don't want that scheme, well, I want to know how you did it. So even if it's not for me, I want to be able to strategize to be able to make the money that I'm supposed to make. I hope I'm making sense. So you need to make money faster. And the problem is you are connecting your money with time and not disconnecting it. All right, let me show you. Y'all ready? This is me. I used to work at the bank. This is ABF Credit Union. All right. So at the bank, let's say I make $20 an hour. That's very generous. All right. And I have to work 40 hours a week. That's 8 gross. $800 gross. Okay. So this is $800. However, 40 hours out of every week. If there is 24 hours in a day times 7, 14, there's 168 hours in a week. Okay. So, okay, this got to go. It's in my way now. So what did I say last? Okay, amen. So there's 168 hours in every week. I work 40 of those hours. Let's say I'm only getting six hours of sleep every day. 6 hours times 7 is 42. 1, 12, 86 hours left in the week, right? Now, but I have bills that don't have a time, right? But I really want to buy something. I want to buy a new watch. I don't know how to draw a watch. That's a watch. Apple Watch, to be exact. But my Apple Watch is, how much is Apple Watch? Like $400 now? So I want the newest one. Let's say it's 400. I didn't pay $400. You know how much I paid? 20 hours of work. So the issue is My income generation is connected to time. And my income output or my income, uh, um, what's the word? I don't need, it's another word for expense. It's not coming to my brain right now. Let's just say distribution. My income distribution is faster than my income generation. So now I've spent 20 hours of work paying for this watch. So the problem that you're facing right now is not that you are lacking in time or you're lacking in resources. No, you just have connected your time and your resources, and you haven't developed a system that you can use in order for the time to be faster for you to make the money. So now, this is what most working people do. This is why I always say, you may not be a full-time entrepreneur, but you should own something. You should have some type of business endeavor somewhere. Because if all of your income is tied to time, you will live a life of deficiency. If all of your, let me say it again. If all of your income is tied to time, you will live your life in deficiency. Why? Because you forget that there's unexpected expenses that show up. There is taxes that show up. You never know. I might need to go to the hospital. Hospital bills show up. I might need to go and get my car fixed. That is an expense that's unexpected. But now, because my income generation is connected to time, I have to work harder to make more money. Energy, remember this, times income equals deficiency. Y'all got that? Energy times income equals deficiency. What am I saying to you? Your physical ability multiplied by the time it takes for you to make money is going to have you in deficiency. Because you will always be in a place to where you are working hard for money. I want you to type in the comments. This is my new saying. I've been saying this for a long time. Stop working so hard for money. This is why you're tired. You're tired, you're overwhelmed, overworked and overwhelmed, and underpaid. Why? Because your energy is being exhausted to make money. So you're technically still a slave. You are in slavery right now because you're tying up your income with your energy. All right? Am I clear? All right. So when I talk to people, I always tell them that money is not actually the problem. Money is not your problem. It's your awareness. It's always your awareness. Almost always. If if you are point A at the $60,000 mark, but you want to be at the $100,000 mark, you have a $40,000 awareness problem. There is something that you don't know or you're unaware of that's keeping you from being. So the difference between the income that you have and the income that you desire, and the reason why you can't get it is because you're unaware of how to get it. I want y'all to type in the comments, it's usually knowledge, and then it's usually wisdom. So wisdom and knowledge are your problem right now. You don't know what's available, and you don't know how to access what is available. Because knowledge makes you aware, but wisdom gives you the strategy on how to access what you know is available. Okay. So the $40,000 conundrum or deficit is in your awareness. So every year that you don't reach your financial goals, you didn't just not reach your financial goals, you lost money. Every year you tell yourself, I'm going to make 6 figures this year, you don't. The deficit is the deficit is how much money you lost. Everybody want to be a millionaire. The millionaire status is the $100,000 status, right? Nowadays, because of inflation. The difference between what money you make now and the millions is how much you lost. All right. So now, how do I make the money I need to make? That was your financial lesson for today. Amen. That was my pretext. So now we're here. I want you to understand the when I say you need to create an offer, I'm telling you that you need to devise a unique solution and methodology to help people bridge the gap between their problem and their ideal outcome. That's what an offer is. An offer is the middleman between where a person is, which is their problems, their symptoms, their frustrations, and where they desire to be. So, if y'all don't know, I do a few things. There's 2 things that I do. I help people make money, and then I help people keep it. So, that's very broad. But let me just focus on the side where I help people keep money. So, I work with clients who um they have financial problems, but they have money. Because the more money you make, the more problems that you incur. But I don't like to necessarily say that often because people are like, I don't want to make money because it's going to cause problems. Well, these are good problems to have. Okay. If I make $100,000, I can almost guarantee, and I'm talking about this is net income, right? This isn't my revenue because revenue and income are not the same thing. Y'all do know that, right? Let me just back up for just a moment. Revenue is the income generation. It's what you make during the year. It's without expenses. No expenses, no taxes, nothing is involved here. Income is your net. It's after taxes, expenses, and fees, and all the other stuff. So if I'm saying my income was 100K, I'm saying my income post or after revenue. Okay, after all the expenses. Okay, so if someone comes to me and they say, I made 400K, but I profited, which is my income, 100K. Their big problem is taxes. That I can almost guarantee you're gonna pay close to $30,000 in taxes if you have 100K of income. in the year. And so, and sometimes it's so interesting because they're like, well, how come I got to pay all this money? Well, you didn't plan for it. So the problem isn't here. You have a tax bill that you don't want. You don't want it. You're frustrated about it. Every time tax season comes, you get irritated because you know you're about to pay. You know it. So I use that as leverage to create an offer. Because the issue is not that you're overpaying in taxes. The issue is you don't have a plan of execution on how not to. You see what I did there? So the offer now is, what is the gap standard, or the in between overpaying in taxes and not paying taxes? It's a plan of implementation. You got me. So the offer itself is the solution, or the middleman between the person's problem, symptoms, frustrations, fears, all that, and their ideal outcome. What do they actually want? So when I'm talking to clients, it's always, or not clients, when I'm talking to my mentees, it's always, well, what do they want? I want you to hear this part. You have to speak the language of the person that you're going to be helping. If I tell them that I'm going to do all your accounting, they probably already have an accountant. However, if I tell them I'm going to help you lower your tax bill, what did I just do? I just removed the burden off of them. So your offer, the responsibility of your offer is to remove the burden off of them, even if it costs, or it causes them to invest some money into it. All right, let's do something, because I want you to understand something. This is a graph. Okay. This is the problem. This is the price. Okay. This is the y-axis. This is your x-axis. I'm a mathematician today. Okay. So I'm gonna just make a linear line like this. As the problem increases, the price also has to increase. Meaning, the greater the problem, the more expensive it is going to be to fix. Okay. So, let me give you an example. I always use doctors as an example because it makes more sense. Copays. What's the regular doctor called? Primary care. Your primary care physician versus your specialist. Primary care, $0 probably. Let's say 15. I used to do Medicare stuff, so I remember. But a specialist, 35, 50. And if it's out of network, it can be upwards of $300, $400, depending upon what you get. So if I go see a primary care, here's a primary care physician. But a specialist, sorry, wrong way. But your specialist increases in problem because my heart is greater than just a physical check. If I break a leg, that's more expensive than just me going to see how I'm doing during the year, a routine visit. So the same is true with your business or the offer that you create. Your offer has to be something. If you're going to charge a lot of money, hear me. If you're going to charge a lot of money, it has to be specialized. Because the way the market is right now, we've been dealing with a lot of scammers. A lot of people have done people wrong. But the people who will win in the upcoming days or the upcoming years are the people who know how to specialize. Because you can't be a GP and work with me. Because here's the thing. There's a specific group of people who need a heart surgeon, but everybody needs a general practitioner or a primary care physician. Everybody don't need plastic surgery. Everybody don't need a gastroenterologist. Everybody doesn't need a ear, throat, nose doctor. But everybody needs a primary care physician. Why am I saying this? Because the greater the specialty, the greater the price. Because when there's a greater specialty, that's a signal and a sign that it's a greater problem. Am I clear? All right. So we have a few problems with offers in 2025. Y'all ready for them? One of the big problems that I've noticed amongst a lot of new business owners is you don't test the market. You think people just want to buy something from you because you got it to offer? No. If the market is not needing or will need it, it is not a sufficient offer. So you have to weigh out and see, okay, what are the problems in the market right now? What are the fears of the market right now? What are the hesitations in the market right now? I got something. Hallelujah. What are the issues that the market is facing in order to have a better idea of what I need to offer to the market? Because the problem that a lot of people are facing is they try to sell something to everybody that everybody don't need. And then they get frustrated because, well, I don't want to specialize because if I specialize, I'm going to lose money. It's actually the total opposite. So number one, if you want to create a better offer, evaluate the standing of the market. You cannot offer to the market what the market is not desiring to fix. So in your specific field, what problems do you see consistently? What is a common thread of issues that you have identified with your ideal audience? And what are their symptoms? What are their personalities? What is a common denominator for all of them? Because when you figure those things out, it's easier for you to actually sell to them. Because now you can speak their language. Let me give you an example. In working with tax clients, right? There's a common conversation. And the common conversation is, Well, I already have a CPA. I already have an accountant. I said, well, how has that helped you? So why are we having this conversation? And I don't say it to be a jerk. I say it for them to see, okay, what I'm saying to you, what they're saying to me is inconclusive. Because if you had a CPA and your CPA helped you, you wouldn't be having this conversation with me. Another common denominator is they file their taxes on time. But they do all these great things, but they overpay the IRS. What are the common threads in your marketing or in your market? What are some common conversations that they're having? Because you can't market to them if you don't speak their language. Can I give you a biblical example? Jesus did not speak Spanish. He did not speak English. He did not speak French. He spoke Aramaic because that was the tongue of the people that he was going to minister to. Sometimes Greek. So in helping and serving your client or your ideal audience at the highest capacity, you have to know them. Which is why you're not talking to an entire audience, you're talking to a specific person. When you're making content, when you're talking to people, when you are conversing with them, you are speaking to one person and one person only. Which is why when I'm doing my marketing, I say, "Are you?" Because I want you to know I'm talking to you. Are you a entrepreneur, business owner, or consultant who makes $50,000 or more, and you're overpaying the IRS? Are you a father, a single father who desires to build wealth for your family? However, you are struggling to figure out which direction you need to go for your business. Are you a new entrepreneur? Are you a seven-figure entrepreneur? Why am I saying this? Because your marketing and your market has a language that you need to be able to communicate to them. You need to be intimate with your market. I was preaching last Sunday. One of the scriptures I said was, we have not a high priest that cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities. The word touched is the word intimate. So the reason why Jesus was effective was because he was intimate with the struggles of the people. So if you are going to be someone who's effective in business, you have to be intimate with the struggles of the people so that you can give them a solution that is conducive for what they desire to receive. I can't sell you chicken nuggets if you want chicken breasts. Chicken nuggets is pureed meat. Chicken breast is whole. There's two different audiences that we're talking about. You see what I'm saying? All right. Feel like I'm yelling. All right. Let's keep going with this. Let's press this a little bit further today. Oh, sorry. Oh, I didn't even see the comments until now. All right, I'm looking at y'all's comments. All right. So let's build offers. I want you to type in the comments right now. You don't have a money problem. You have an offer problem. Money is not your problem, but your offer is. Okay, here you go. Your offer, okay? I just said, let me redo this. Offer components, rather. One, a specific market of people. Your offer needs to be a specific market of people. Meaning, you can't sell to everybody. Everybody's not your friend. Everybody's not your audience. Everybody can't be sold to. Well, I'm going to lose money if I don't sell to everybody. Well, no, you're not. Because here's the thing. It's cheaper to buy a chicken nugget than it is to buy chicken breasts. Meaning, the chicken nuggets are for a specific group of people. But the chicken breasts are for people who are of a different caliber. They want different health outcomes. If I eat chicken nuggets, I might die early. If I eat chicken breasts, there's another level of protein, there's less chemicals, all these different things. So even though it's more expensive, well, kind of, it's more expensive, especially with inflation. It's healthier and it's for a specific audience. Mm, the ooh, that's good. Less clients doesn't equal less money. I want you to get in the mindset right now that your business is not a commodity. Somebody one day told me, your price is too expensive. I could have went to H&R Block. I said, well, go. Your problem is you think I'm supposed to um, base my price off of what H&R Block does. I'm a different type of person. I'm a different type of offer. So you can go there, but I am not the H&R Block of this business. I am the Rolls Royce of this business. Meaning I'm expensive because I'm valuable. Everything that's cheap does not equate to being the best. But everything that is expensive has an intrinsically greater value or perceived value in the eyes of the people who will or could purchase what I'm going to offer them. Ooh. So I said, you cost that much? Yes. And I'm gonna tell you why people struggle to offer their price. You know why you can't or have not went up in your price? Because you haven't invested that amount yet. If you haven't paid 1,000, 5,000, $10,000, why would somebody else? If you haven't invested that in your education, why would somebody invest in your education program? Mm-hmm. All right. So your offer needs to have, it needs to be a part of a specific market. All right. Number two, specific problem. You need to Know what the problems are. Your offer has to have specific problems attached to it. I'm going to ask you a question. Do you know all the problems, both primary, secondary, and tertiary problems of your offer? Why am I asking you this? Because to make an irresistible offer is to make an offer that includes all of the things that could potentially catch up with you or them in the future. So I'm not thinking from the perspective of my ideal market. I'm not thinking, how do I just fix them now? My offer is so big, I want to see how we can fix the current problem, the future problems, and the next year's problems all in one. That's why I charge so much. Let me give you an example. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna erase this. I'm gonna bring this over, and then I'm gonna go over here. Specific. What was it? Mm. All right. Primary, a secondary, tertiary. All right, give me your business. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's say primary. Don't don't be too crazy about it. All right. Cool. You help business owners systematize their businesses to retain more profits, right? What's the first problem that you solve? Okay. So the first problem is uh they have a systems problem. Systems, you fix systems and teams. No, you don't. You fix systems first. All right. So once you fix systems, so that's the teams and what else? Marketing, all that stuff, right? Once that's fixed, what's the next problem that they're gonna face? Okay, so they need support. So that looks like the paperwork, the back end stuff, correct? Softwares. All right. Strategies. All right, cool. So then once that's implemented, what are they gonna want to do? Maintenance, yes, but they're gonna want to remove themselves. All right. So in this, I start here in in pricing. I don't start here. I start here because I've thought out all of the potential problems and solutions, primary, secondary, and tertiary. And when I have um, thought through the problems and the solutions, I can base my price off of everything that will come with this. And when I offer them the price, initially it's gonna be way too much. Oh, it's gonna be 50,000, $57,000. What does the $57,000 include? I'm going to show you how to build your business to a point to where you can exit in the next 3 years. And this ain't $57,000 once per year. This is how you create an irresistible offer. This is the problem. Okay. Mm. So I'm demonstrating to them all the benefits, but then I'm also going to demonstrate to them how I'm going to remove their resistance or their not the limitations, there's another word for it, their objections. Specific, what do you call say what? Not the objections. What do you do to an objection? There's another word for it. It's it's a word that means you overcome objections. Rebuttals. So now, what are they going to be? What are going to be their objections? What are going to be their limitations? You know what their first objection going to be? Cost too much. You know how I'm gonna fix that? I'm gonna show them how this can actually save them $57,000. Because if there's somebody who is looking to grow, scale, and leave to have more time, all that stuff, what are you gonna do if you can't be with your family? What are you gonna do if you build this business and all the other stuff and you don't have time to go to your little Johnny's football games? So my job, which is your job, is to come in and all the objections that could possibly be, I need to know all of them. So they can't blow a smoke screen up in my face. So you're like a CEO coach, technically. Okay? This makes sense? So my offers component has the problems and the objections in mind, which is the rebuttals. Okay? Because you need to know the limitations of this company. Okay? All right. Are we here? Am I making sense so far? All right. So we have a market, our problems, our objections and rebuttals. Now we need to have specific price. Wait, no, before I get to the price, my bad. Solution. With a specific methodology. You know what's going to set you apart is your unique methods of doing things. People who buy high ticket want a few things. They want convenience. Because if you can just come to my house and clean my house, or if you can just come to my house and fix my car and I ain't gotta leave, I'm gonna get that service even though it may cost me an extra $300 a month. People want that. They want speed. The quality of clients that you're gonna get is gonna be totally different. Okay? They want convenience, they want speed, and they want little to no effort involved. Your clients, your your clients want convenience. They want speed. They want it done quick. They want to see results quick. But they want it with little to no investment on their own end. So in the marketplace right now, what we're seeing is um, a drastic shift, right? We're seeing people watch more of you before they buy from you. This is what I keep telling people: make content. I'm not buying from you if I can't see you or find you, because I need to I need to know if I like you enough to buy from you, and if I trust you enough. So how do you demonstrate that you are a likable person or you're a trustworthy person? Hey, do one live stream a week. Do one video a week that is specific to your audience or to your target. Even if one person show up or one person view it, that one view could turn into $100,000. Because people know people who know people with the same problem. If you're speaking to one person, that one person could turn into 5 people because they all know each other. That's the law of multiplication. And in order to best serve your people, you have to invest first. You need to invest into your clients, into your client base. Because when you invest into your client base, what you're doing is you're setting yourself up for an opportunity that they are able to better trust you. And if I invest in you first, this community service content, what does that do for you? It makes you trust that I have something to offer that is valuable. I have one video that's recorded every week. Now I'm going to do one live video every Saturday. And I have Wednesdays and I have Saturdays. The reason why I do Wednesdays and Saturdays is because usually Mondays I'm doing something. Tuesday I'm doing something. Even Wednesday night I'm doing something. Thursdays I'm doing something. Friday I don't know. But then on Saturday, it's more of a freer day for people that allows them to focus. Does that make sense? And if I do a live stream, more people can see me, find me, like me, and trust me, and I can build my audience. So when you come onto my platform, you see, okay, he keeps talking about the same things. And then you see me on Instagram talking about the same thing. Then you see me somewhere on Facebook or somewhere else, and then you're like, oh, he's this, he's a pastor, he's a businessman, he's a father, a husband, all these different things. So he's a person, not just somebody who's trying to sell me something. So your content needs to be offer oriented. I always tell people, don't make content until you build an offer. Do not make content until you have built an offer. Because what are you talking about? I just want to do this. No, don't. You need to, you need to, you need to figure out what are you selling and then help people. Help change people's minds. Help change people's thoughts. Help them build something. What am I today? I'm helping you build an offer. You know how much I charge for this? Thousands. I'm giving it to you for free because there's so much more to this than what I'm telling you. Okay, so the purpose in doing content after you built an offer is so that you and people rather can trust that you are a person that is able to be bought from. I've bought so many things from strangers, not because I knew them or because whatever. No, their content was so cunning. Their content demonstrated their wisdom. Maybe I should call Saturdays Wealth to Wisdom Day or Wisdom to Wealth Days or something. That's what I'm gonna call it. You have just locked into the Wisdom to Wealth workshop. Triple dub. Okay, so now your offer needs to have the specific solutions and the methodology. Okay, what is your method? What is your method? What is your 3-point sermon? Do you know that your 3-point sermon is a method, right? It's a method to take people from their current problem into their solution. When you write a paper, there is a method of writing. You literally are taking a problem or an idea and communicating it in a way that helps whoever is going to read your paper know that your argument is the best argument. Am I clear? Yeah. So what is your method? You need to have the one ABC strategy, 1, 2, 3 method, JXG framework. I don't know. You figure it out. How are you going to take people from point A to point B? In 5 steps or less. Now let me break this down to you. I'm gonna give you a secret. It could be more than 5 steps. I would say either do 3, 5, or 7. Because 3, 5, or 7 is way better because odd numbers are more attractive. Odd numbers are better. If you ever see pricing, it's usually 97, 27, 57, something with an odd number because those numbers are more physically appealing to the mental, to the brain. So in your method, I have the ABC method. In this method, I take your family, from broken to built. If you're in credit repair, you say, I'm going to show you in 3 steps how to rebuild your credit and be qualified for business funding in the next 90 days using the JXG method. I'm going to show you how you can become a real CEO. I ain't going to tell you how long it's going to take this time because it might take a year. I'm going to show you how to do this with the 1, 2, 3 method or framework. Now, so you have your solution, your method. Now, the last thing is specific price. This is where people get messed up. Some people struggle with price. I don't like the way that looks. Sorry. Price. People struggle with the price thing because they don't know how to price stuff. I'm about to erase this, so y'all better get ready. So, your price. Your price is or should be compared to something. Okay? For example, the issue of pricing is an issue of positioning. What do I mean? You need to position your price up against something that they deem as valuable. So the price of something should be what we would call in business I erased it. Your price should be the opportunity cost. Y'all are getting a master's degree education right now. Your my bad. Your price is the opportunity cost. What is the opportunity cost? It's the cost of you not buying. I didn't understand this when I was selling insurance. When I was selling insurance, I would just say, oh, it's only $50 a month. You get $500,000 of insurance. That's too expensive. Oh my God. You'd be surprised. But I didn't understand opportunity costs. If you pay $50 a month for $500,000 of insurance, if you die tomorrow, the payout is $500,000. But if you don't have insurance and you die without insurance, your family will be paying for your funeral out of their own pockets. So what is better? Would it be more sufficient for you to pay $50 every month into some insurance? Or would you rather have your family crying because of your death and crying because they're broke too? Having car washes, what do you call that stuff? GoFundMe's and all that stuff. And I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not being critical. I'm just saying, let's be real. The stress of planning a death and also planning how to pay for it should be on the mind, especially if you are a father or if you're over 18 at all. So when you are pricing your product or you're pricing your offer, when you're pricing your offer, you have to consider the opportunity cost. So when you're doing like discovery calls and stuff like that, you're able to see what is something that's valuable to them. So would you rather pay $50,000 every year, or would you rather lose the relationship with your family? Would you rather pay me $15,000 per year, or would you rather pay the IRS $50,000? Would you rather not have a relationship with your mother and father, or would you rather have this counseling program or counseling coaching program where we can come together weekly and talk through our struggles and problems, even though it may cost $50,000 every year? Would you rather be stuck financially, or would you rather invest $5,000 into a program that can help you so that you can have more money and more time? Now, if you're somebody, and I always get this question, well, what if my product or service is not financially oriented? Well, position it against something that is. All right. So, like, somebody is a counselor or a therapist. I want to do what do you call that? Like a counseling program. Cool. What are the things that the person that you are counseling, what are they most concerned about? Loss. Loss of relationships, and loss of health, and even loss of money. Because if I lose my family, that's going to cause me stress. If I'm stressed, I'm more prone to having heart problems. If I have heart problems, then I might be out of money because I have to go to see a cardiologist, which may cost. Then I have the potential to have heart attacks, high blood pressure, all these different things. So would you rather die of heart issues, or would you rather just invest so that your family can be rescued? And when I'm in sales calls, I'm always like, so what's most important to you, Mr. Johnson? Well, I want to do this, this, and this. Okay, so if you don't fix this today, what's it actually going to cost you? So price is not the problem. The positioning could be, though. You have to position your price of your offer in a way that is connected to something that they deem as even more valuable than the price. How do you price something? You price it in comparison to something that's more valuable. Because the perceived value is it's indicative of what it's compared to. Make sense? If I make you 100K, but I charge you 30, the opportunity cost or the cost isn't as, it don't really mean much. But if I charge you 10K and I only make you 10K, then we have another problem. Make sense? All right, what questions do we have? Mhm. So the question is, how do you deal with people who ask a question of who have you worked with before? And I always say it this way: before you get into business, evaluate your own experiences already, because your proficiency, your purpose, and your passion have to be colliding. I'm about to show you to you. I wanted to do this a while ago, but I didn't get the opportunity. Well, this is ugly. That circle is not good. You said what? Let me use blue. All right. This is still ugly. I don't know. Okay, this it's okay. Purpose, passion, and what's the other one? Proficiency. All right. I think I want it to be big enough so they can see it. That's the problem. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay. There we go. Like somebody's head. Purpose, passion, pro. I can't spell now. Proficiency. N-C-Y. All right. All right. Excellent. Sorry. Okay. So to answer your question, so if you're going to get in business, you need to have these things. It needs to be a blend of these: purpose, passion, proficiency. You got to be good at it. It has to be connected to you, and you have to be passionate about it. Otherwise, you're going to hate it, right? So when people ask you what level of expertise you have, you when when you've done your skill audit, it's easier for you to answer. And you say, and most people don't actually ask this question. Believe it or not, a lot of people don't ask you. Why? If you have content, you've demonstrated your wisdom already. I'm telling you, people, honestly, you never really go to the doctor and say, how long have you been practicing? Now, if you want the experience, what I would suggest is that you take 5 people and do a deal with them and say, I will offer this to you. It's not free, but if I help you get this result, then you can pay me. I'll take a portion of every result that I help you get. You can do it that way. That way, it's based upon performance until you actually feel comfortable about selling what you're going to help them with. Make sense? So that's why Malachi says, before selling premium prices, should we sell our services for free to gain testimonials? I'm gonna let y'all in on the secret. First time I did a tax plan, that was my first time. I had, and also I didn't have content, tax content. Only thing I had were tax clients, but they were just tax preparation clients. They weren't tax planning clients. Make sense? So in that, most of the time, it, it could be a limiting belief that you need more than what you have. And even me, myself, I've had to just work through that. Um, However, if it's something that you absolutely desire and need to have or want to have, get people that you can sell to by doing like a market analysis, market research, or like a what do you call that? A like a poll, and say, I want to work with this types of people, or use your warm market and say, who do you know who has this specific problem and wants to fix it or whatever. That's perfectly fine. And then do a profit sharing agreement that will enable them to be able to get the result they want. That's if it's financially related. Now, if it's not, then you just have to do it. You can't, because for like social service type of um what you call it, offers, you probably also already have the testimonials. It just was the fact that you actually didn't call yourself a coach in the moment. Like if I wanted to go into counseling, I have testimonies for days. Um, However, you just have to think about, okay, what have I already done in my proficiency level that has constituted me to be able to actually go forward in doing this? Make sense? All right. Any other questions? You have a question? All right, cool. Excellent. This is how you create and sell high ticket offers. Um, I hope this actually helped you and that you can use this to your advantage. I'm running some tests on a few things. I'm going to show you the results soon so that you can be confident in when you go out and start to market, it actually works. All right. So my name is Jaquan Gamble. Welcome back to Wisdom to Wealth workshops, where today we taught how to create and sell high ticket offers. If you are going to be someone who is selling something over $1,000, 3,000, 5, 10, 20, 30, $50,000, this specific teaching is just for you. All right. So I look forward to seeing y'all next Wednesday and next Saturday for another level of teaching. All right. Peace.